In this video, you're going to see me replace this custom exhaust for a 2-in-1 Tech Tracker exhaust. And you're also going to see me give you a sound comparison and how it feels to ride. So make sure I've not lost any power. So I'm clearly here in my garage. Got the instructions here to install the exhaust. I'm going to give this a quick read through just in case, but I feel like if you saw my last video when I installed the exhaust on Freddie Dobbs's bike with the help of Joe from the works. Just have a panic attack in 3 pretty simple steps. 1, pay for a custom exhaust that you don't like. 2, buy a part to correct that you don't know how to fit. And then 3, offer to fit it on Freddie Dobbs's bike while the works watches you. I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing with this. This I feel should be easier because it's not clamped underneath, so I should be able to do this all by myself. And what else is there to say? I'm an expert now. Okay, so what's in the box? So this is what's coming off. This is the Down&Out 2x2, no baffle, and obviously I'm putting on a 2x1. So I've actually put delete plugs in this, which I could have taken off, but I've bought new delete plugs to go into this one, which would go into there, which is good. So this is what the bike used to sound like, which may or may not come across on the footage. I'm actually pretty happy with that because that bike's not been started for about 2.5-3 weeks. I kind of feel like it's just loud, it's obnoxious, it doesn't make a very nice noise, and actually riding back from the Cotswolds and on the motorways, and when you get this national speed limit for any amount of time, even with earplugs, it does become a little bit annoying. So I have chosen the Tech exhaust because I've heard them on several other bikes and they do sound amazing, and I'm just interested to see what happens. I have actually got the map as well to go along with this because this bike obviously has been mapped for these exhausts, and I just want to see what the difference is in terms of the sound and power. Hopefully I don't lose any power. I don't think I will do, but if that's the case, I will let you know. But let's just crack on to this, get this off, get the new exhaust on. First time, and that's without Joe being here. So a bit of a pop quiz. Can anyone spot what's missing? That was fitted without any gaskets on it. Is that because of that bit? Is that, I mean, I would have thought that still would have had a gasket on there. Or is that what that is? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, so that's one side done. Time to move on to the other side, but that was only 2 bolts. That's what mine looks like. Obviously, this bike hasn't been ridden all over the world, so we'll let Freddie off. So this is the bit I was talking about in my cleaning video. I'm just going to get in there now, probably with a toothbrush or something, just to get some of this crud out, because yeah, it's not very nice in there. But that's the bolt I need to get to, which means this still has to come off, so I need to find something to remove these. Yeah, the sock's back. That's the handiwork so far. So you all joined me back on day 2. Something came up yesterday, so I had to stop where I was with this and go and attend to that. But in the rest of this video, we're going to be doing exactly as I just said. So we're going to pick up where we left off, which is putting on the collector, then the end can, then map, and we're good to go. So apologies that the angles in this video aren't that great. It's a case of my garage isn't that big and it's difficult to film, especially with the second bike in here. But I'm putting on the red temp, which you've seen before, into these to really just seal those up. And it's actually going okay. You know, I could have probably done this in a few hours, or even an hour. If I had 1, the right tools, and 2, no distractions, I would have got this done within an hour. So really, really easy. And something which, if you haven't done this before, which I know a few of you said on the back of the last video, you're not a mechanic or anything like that, I would highly recommend you just give this a go. I was an absolute idiot and a novice, and I still am. But I do enjoy doing this kind of stuff. And for me, it's just a little bit of peace of mind, because I mean, not doing what I'm doing now, but if I was ever to like break down or anything, it's just, can I check it, and can I do things which, you know, can I get myself to where I need to go, basically, and just get the bike back up and running. So that sealant is in there. Probably could do with just a tad bit more. Doesn't need to be really thick or anything. It just needs to be in there just to seal it. And now I'm wearing a glove because it's just what I'm like when I'm in the garage, and I can't be chewed washing my hands all the time. Anyway, that's in there. Let's get that connected up. Okay, so just to show you how that should have gone, is basically this one comes in, and then underneath I was trying to put this on the outside because I'm an absolute tool. There we go. So now it's just tightening up, and I have actually already done the springs, which you didn't see, but they're on there. Okay, so we're done. The thing I need to check now is actually just check the clearances and just make sure the pipes aren't touching anything on the bike. So there's no touching there. There's a good gap between that and the radiator, so I'm happy with that. Nothing coming down the bottom. The only thing I'm not too sure on is I feel like it's touching the radiator pipe. So they come down, there's a good gap, and then this bit, I feel like it's just touching. Oh, that's extremely close. Can't get a good enough angle on there. It's a little bit chilly, so I've had to go put a jacket on. I do think it's too close with the radiator, so I think it's a 19. I'm going to try it because my spanners won't do it. So if this doesn't, it means I've got to take the exhaust off, which I really don't fancy doing again. Nowhere near a 19. Well, that was a result because the 24mm bolt from other shops are about 15 quid, so pens, what was that? 11.99 for everything's pretty cheap. We're looking at now, if you can see that. So I've moved that around, it's touching nothing. These aren't touching. Okay, so I've just put the bike back in the garage because I've realised it's not going to be a fair test when I do the exhaust sound, and I need to map it, which means it needs to be plugged in for about 20-30 minutes. Lovely golden colour. There's nothing lean about those. And to clean them, thanks very much, muck off degreaser. Again, not sponsored, that's all I had laying around. So I am really happy with that. I guess there's one final thing to do, which is give it a bit of a rep. Actually, that's a lie. I did promise you a sound test, and actually I haven't ridden this bike for a while, so I've just checked the tyre pressures. It's only been dropped by 1 or 2 psi's, so I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so I've just got back home, now realise my Insta360 hasn't worked, so you can't hear the exhaust. But what I am going to do is I'm going to fix it or buy a new one, and then on the next video give you that exhaust sound. So apologies. However, I have to say, this is not sponsored, changing the exhaust and then doing the 2-in-1 2-in-1 tune from Triumph Twin Performance, I always get that wrong, has game changed the bike. So what happened was I did a Arrow exhaust map when I changed the exhaust over, took the bike out just for a ride, and then I was going to film the ride, but anyway I didn't, and the bike felt slow. The bike felt so sluggish, and it was quite poppy still and quite jerky. Doing this tune now has absolutely just transformed the bike. I feel like the bike really now wants to get up to speed, and it's just a game changer. It could be the exhaust itself, because now I've got back pressure, which I never had before. It could be, but it could be the tune. But I definitely feel like doing the tune has just game changed the bike. So if you again want to check those out, or if you have got a bike and you've done the exhaust and it doesn't quite feel right, definitely check out Triumph Twin Performance, because I've used them twice now, and both times the bike's been different. Obviously, because I put 2 different exhausts on, but the bike feels amazing. I always felt like it was confidence when I was out riding with others or going around corners and things. This now, just I know the response is there. So pulling out, overtaking, doing all that stuff, which I wish Insta360 would have captured, but it didn't. It's just, yeah, absolute game changer. So again, not a sponsored video, but definitely for me, Tech Exhaust sounds and looks amazing. And along with a tune, game changer. For me anyway. You might have your own experiences, but if I'm going to use something and I feel I see value in it, I'll definitely let you know. And on both accounts, money well spent.